guys, welcome back to my channel. I am really excited. Happy New Year to everyone. I am finally going to be starting something new this year. I haven't really thought about doing this in the past, but I figured this is the time to do it and focus on my products, especially since I am kind of considering going on a low buy this year. I'm hoping to not purchase a lot. I did a makeup inventory which will be coming up after this in a couple of days, I hope, and I've noticed that I have way too much and I have certain things that I need to focus on. If you're interested in today's eye look, I actually did it using a drugstore palette. I'm trying out some new palettes, so I have this one from Profusion. It's the Glam palette. I think this is one of like their holiday palettes. I found that at Walgreens for like $4, and this is what I came up with today from this palette. So these are the shades in this palette. It's really, really beautiful and I really enjoy them. They kind of remind me of those Jungle Lights shadows from Flower Beauty that I was never able to get. So I'm really happy that I have this and I like the look I came up with. I'm kind of following a little bit of the 90s vibe by doing my lip like this. I don't know. I'm playing with makeup. I'm obviously wearing a wig. This is an Amazon wig with bangs. So far so good. I actually ordered a second one because I like it so much. Anyways, so my earrings are actually from Target. They're the Bumble Fix or something like that from Target, if you're interested. And then my lashes are actually lashes from Kiss. They're the Max Out limited edition Chic to Max lashes. This eye is like really wonky, so sorry about that. If it bothers you, I am sorry. I am just having a little bit of an issue with this lash. For some reason I had to glue it twice. It's not working with me. Anyways, talking about what I'm gonna do is I'm planning on doing a unofficial project pan. I call it unofficial because I wanted to focus on everything else as well that I have. I'm gonna keep doing my shop my stashes. I'm gonna keep, you know, rotating my products around, but I want to focus on specific items that I have here and I will talk about shortly, specifically because I know they're almost gone and I just want to make sure that I do finish them up. I did get some tips from Paulina Beauty here on YouTube and she kind of suggested, you know, work on certain items at a certain time. Don't make it so overwhelming for you, especially, you know, starting as a new project pan. I've seen a lot of project pan videos and I see what kind of to do and what not to do. Kelly Gooch as well here does a really good project pan every year, so I'm really inspired to do that this year and focus more on my products. And also I'm kind of wanting to do more videos on other palettes that I have that either if they're not new, still it's okay. I'm kind of realizing that I am not obviously I buy everything myself, so I'm obviously not going to be purchasing a lot of products this year and purchasing like a lot of new releases because I'm being more conscious of my purchases. So let's go ahead and get started without rambling any longer, and we're gonna go ahead and just get started. I hope you guys find the time to hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I hope to see you guys you know, continuing to like my content and things like that. So let's go ahead and get started. I think we're gonna start with primers, and I have two primers that I want to start with, and the first one is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refining Primer. This is a really good primer for, you know, covering those pores if you have large porous areas. I just like to use it on my T-zone, specifically here around my cheeks. It's actually really good. It used to be a holy grail, but unfortunately the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer has replaced this. Today I'm actually wearing the Banana Bright Primer from Ole Henriksen. So this is not what I'm wearing today, but I can tell that I'm almost done with it. I kind of squeezed it out the other day and I barely could squeeze any out, so I know I'm gonna finish this anytime soon here. And again, it's just things I want to focus on. The next primer I want to focus on is the No Pore Room Primer from Touch and Soul. This isn't expired till 2022, but again, I want to make sure that I focus on this because I did get it about a year ago almost now, and I have about a half of it left. With good use, I'm pretty sure I can finish it within probably, hopefully, a couple of months here. I'm hoping to do updates like every few months, like maybe every 3 months, I'm hoping. So I'm gonna try to stick to that. And again, that's just something I want to work on. I have some eyebrow stuff as well that I want to talk about real quick. Today I'm actually wearing the ColourPop brow pencil in the Brow Boss pencil in soft black. That's what I have in my eyebrows today, and this one's almost gone. That's why I'm kind of putting it in here as well. I'm trying to focus on a lot of my pencils. I realize, see this, how much I have left. It's not even a lot. I'm probably gonna finish this up soon. Obviously eyebrow pencils you go through a lot quicker, and I've noticed that as well. So I wouldn't really necessarily repurchase this. It is a good pencil. It is a little bit stiff. I kind of find it sometimes that it pulls a little bit on my hairs. Like I don't have a lot, so I'm not really trying to lose anymore. So I find that it kind of does pull my hairs. So I'm trying not to, just finish it up and go from there. I also have some that just kind of sit in my drawer, and I'm realizing that I need to use them up. The first one is the Pure Arch Nemesis 4-in-1 dual-ended brow pencil, and I have the shade Dark. Yeah, I have the shade Dark in this one. This one has like a little weird spoolie, which I don't even use. The thicker side of the pen is what I'm focusing on because this thinner side is gone. I finished this up already, but like I said, the thicker side is what I want to focus on because I have that much left, and it looks real kind of like it's kind of drying up. So let me see here. Let me just swatch it really quick on my hand. And again, this is the shade Dark, what I use on my brows. So, yeah, I want to make sure that I focus on this year and just finish it up because it's been sitting in my drawer. I think this is about a year old now. So, yeah, I want to focus on this Pure Arch Nemesis pencil, as well as my Goof Proof brow pencil from Benefit. This just kind of sits in that drawer. Like I said, it's a really good spoolie. I really enjoy the pencil. I have the shade number 5, which in my opinion is a little bit too dark for me. Here, let me see here how much I have. I don't have a whole lot left, but again, same thing with the Brow Arch Nemesis from Pure. I want to try and finish these up because they are, you know, obviously thicker pencils. I don't try to use these as much, but I need to focus on them because they are kind of getting at the point where they just stay in my eyebrow drawer and I don't get enough use out of them. So these two are my main focus to finish up in this 2021 year, hopefully. Again, I know eyebrow pencils are something you can go through really quickly, but again, I want to focus on them. I do use my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade the most. I have the Dip Brow Pomade in Ash Brown, which I also have pan in, but I'm not really focusing on this because I'm kind of scared to run out of it, honestly. So, last brow products that I want to focus on. This is the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel in the shade Clear, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's clear. I don't really reach for this one. I don't know why. I just think the gumpiness and like it looks white. It kind of makes me not really want to use it, but I have it in my collection and I did buy it myself. So I want to make sure that I use this. All of the products that I talk about on my channel, I buy myself or either get gifted. So from fans and family. So I just want to make sure that that's clear. I am obviously not a big YouTuber. I only have like 80 subscribers, but I'm hoping that I get more subscribers this year. We'll see what happens. But again, this is something I also want to work on. Try to finish it up. Same thing with the Rimmel Brow This Way. This is just getting really, really hard for me to find. I actually found a replacement, which is my NYX Brow Gel. This is the, I have a lash on here. This is the Control Freak NYX Brow Gel, which I know this is still available in stores and I can find this very accessibly. But this one is just really, really hard for me to find now. This is the Rimmel Brow This Way in the shade Clear, and it has argan oil. It's really good for my eyebrows. I think that it makes them set really nicely. I actually had it on today. It doesn't make them super crunchy. It's just like a nice finish to my brows, and it kind of helps lift the hairs up a little bit, which I love. But like I said, unfortunately, it's getting really hard to find, and I'm just trying to finish this one up. Last but not least, I found this pencil in the eyelash drawer or the eyebrow pan that I have. This is the Highbrow from Benefit. I actually wore it today. You can obviously kind of tell. This is the one in... It just says creamy highlighting brow pencil. I think it's like a universal shade. I want to make it a point to try to use this year a lot more. I kind of neglect it in my drawers, and it does really give a good highlight on the brow bone. So this is something else that I want to make a point to use this year. Foundations that you can no longer get. So this is the Healthy Foundation from Physicians Formula. I have the shade MW2, which is a little bit deeper. Usually this is more of my summer shade. This foundation, like I said, is just discontinued. And I'm really not planning on purchasing any more products from Physicians Formula because I just realized they are a little bit more expensive for drugstore. They're at that really high price point, and I'm not really wanting to purchase a lot of products from them, and they don't call a lot of, like, they don't draw my attention as much as other products from other brands. So yeah, that's why I want to make sure that I make it a point to focus on this foundation and finish it up because, like I said, you can no longer get it, and also I think it's just at the point where it's going it's pretty much going bad. It says expires in 7 months and 7 months. Expires 19. I'm not sure if it's expired already. Have I had it for that long? It doesn't smell bad. I mean, regardless, it has a really strong smell, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll eventually declutter it just because, like I said, you can no longer get this. And I don't really enjoy using it as much as I used to. So that's that one. I also have a mini foundation. This is the Mini Milk Makeup Flex Foundation in the shade Light. This is a mini again. I just want to make sure I use this up because it is in my collection. I do enjoy the finish of this one. Again, this is in the shade Light, which is like my perfect shade. I wanted to plan on purchasing this in a full size, but I actually ended up purchasing a couple of new foundations just the beginning of this year. In the new, like in that Sephora sale that happened end of December, beginning of this month of January. So I did purchase 2 foundations. I just want to try focuses on this one and finish it up. It has a really creamy texture. Like I said, it's like my perfect skin tone. I want to make sure that I do enjoy this, and if I do want to purchase it in the future, I'll probably decide that, you know, using it a little bit more and finishing it up. It is a mini again, so. Next products that I have are some concealers. I only have one concealer. Like I said, I want to focus on specific items. That was just a tip that I will take, and I will go with it. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer with a satin finish in the shade Light Peach. This is the e.l.f. This is the newer formulation. I don't like the original Camo Concealer, but this one I do enjoy. The only thing with this one is it's not my perfect shade. It's a little bit, like, a little bit pinky. I don't know if the camera really shows it, but it's pinky. It is high coverage. It's a really good concealer. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, I want to focus on this concealer this year to try and finish it up, to actually like finish it up, because I feel like it's gonna take me for a while, honestly. The ones that I usually finish up the fastest is my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, and when I had the Jouer, which I had a backup that I actually brought out. The Jouer High Essential Concealer is my favorites. Those are my OGs, like go-to concealers, NARS Creamy Radiance and the Jouer. But this one I want to focus on this year and try to finish this up, you know, when I can. Next is some powders. I have 3 powders. 2 are minis, or actually no, 1 is a mini and 1 is a drugstore. So let me just briefly quickly grab a wipe. So yeah, the first one is this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. This is a mini, obviously. It's the one in dim light. I can tell that I don't have a lot of this left. I used to have like a dome, but it's a really pretty finishing powder for all over the face. Gives that little nice sheen that you know, I can appreciate in a powder. It's very similar to my Pat McGrath Sublime Under Eye finishing powders, but I've never necessarily tried this under my eyes. I've just kind of dusted it all over my face, and it is really pretty, but it's not pretty enough for me to buy a full size. It's not pretty enough for me to buy a full size since I do already have so many powders, but again, I want to try to work on this mini. Next is the Essence Brighten Up, which I keep dropping this one because the packaging broke, and I'm really scared to like shatter it completely because I do enjoy this one. This is the like I said, the Essence Brighten Up powder. Mine has a big pan in it, but obviously I still have quite a lot left to go. I would like to finish this year. I mostly use it like to set my eyeshadow primer, or to like especially brighten up under my eyes if I feel like my certain concealers kind of dull it, or certain powders kind of dull my under eyes. I've never had that issue so far. In the beginning, when I didn't figure out exactly what under eye powder I wanted to use on my eyes, I would just kind of use any setting powder, but I discovered, you know, my favorites, which is the Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder in light, and the Pat McGrath Sublime Under Eye Fetish powder in light and medium. So since I discovered those, I haven't had any issues with under eyes. But before, in the past, when I used just like regular powder, like, you know, the big tubs of powder, I would discover that it had some darkness, so I would just use this, and I kind of stopped using it for that reason, because I did find those powders. But I want to focus on this and try to use it up this year and just finish it up. It's just nice to finish it up and know that I did, you know, get my money's worth. I know it's only $2 to $3, but still, I think that that's worth, you know, using up. And, you know, the next one is the Peach Powder. This is the Peach Perfect Powder from Too Faced. It's the Mattifying Loop Setting Powder. I only have I have about half of the tub left, so I want to make it a focus to finish this up. I know last year I did finish up the Born This Way, or a beginning of the year, I finished up the Born This Way powder, the Ethereal Loose Setting Powder from Too Faced. But I want to make sure that I finish this one as well. I know this is more of a summertime powder for me, but I want to make it a focus to finish it this year, just because I'm not going to repurchase this in the future. I'm really not wanting to purchase any more Too Faced products. I did purchase their newer Pumpkin Spice palette this past year, 2020, but for 2021, I want to make sure that I use this up, because I do have so many powders, and you guys will see that when I do my makeup inventory. It's just a ridiculous amount. For being a regular person, I think that I have a lot of makeup, and don't get me wrong, I love makeup. I buy everything with my own money. I work my damn hard ass off for everything that I have, but I just find myself kind of being overwhelmed by my collection, so I want to make sure I focus on this and finish it up. Next, I'm going to talk about some contour products. I only have two. So the first one is the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. This is the one in Fair Medium. I actually did purchase this last year and I am almost done with it. It kind of breaks my heart to finish it because I know it's out of stock right now in Sephora. I could probably go on the Charlotte Tilbury website and see if it's available, but then again, I don't want to. I want to focus on other products that I have as well, but this is one that I know I'm pretty much almost going to be done with. And regardless to say, it didn't really have a lot of products when it came in. Like, it was kind of like, it felt like it was an empty tube. I don't know if that's normal for her, but yeah, I want to make sure that I focus on this as well. And the next contour powder or contour product is also a cream contour. This is the Jordana Sculpt and Go Creamy Contour Sticks. These are both very similar to a contour sticks for me. So I'll go ahead and swatch this one. This is the Jordana one. I only have this much left, so I'll go ahead and show you guys. I only have about, yeah, it's still quite a lot. That much left. So I'm like really wanting to focus on this year and finish it up. This is a drugstore. I can find it very affordably, but then again, I don't really want to repurchase it. I'm going to try newer products. I have my Milk Makeup bronzer that I know is going to take me a long time to finish up, and then I just recently got one in an Ipsy Glam box, which I finally unsubscribed to. Jesus, I finally unsubscribed to it. I got the Tristique contour in, oh, I forgot what shade it was. The Tristique contour in the shade Brazilian Bronze, which is a little bit deeper, so, or a little bit warmer. So here's the one from Brazilian Bronze from Tristique. This is the contour one from Jordana, and then I'll go ahead and show you the one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is obviously like a contour, so I'll go ahead and show you that here next to those. This is the contour one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Tristique Brazilian Bronze, and this is the Jordana Sculpt and Glow in the shade 02 Medium, I believe. Yeah, 02 Medium. So I want to make a point to use these two cream products up and finish them this year. Hopefully by the end of the year. I'm pretty sure I will get through those, hopefully. Again, you never know. Okay, so I have a couple of blushes here, so I'll go ahead and talk about those real quick. The first one is another mini. This is the Tarte Seduce blush, and I really like this blush. I really enjoy the formulation. I do have a palette from this brand and Tarte, but it's a little bit older. I like this one a lot. It's a nude natural color on me. I really like it, but again, I want to make it a point to finish it up and try to finish a mini. I've never really actually finished a blush. I've kind of hit pan on a blush in the past, but it was a drugstore one, and it's similar to this, which was small. But anyways, this is the one in Seduce, and I want to make it a point to use it this year a lot more, and yeah, just get my use out of it. And then the next product I have is a palette, which is actually what I have all over my face today. I have the blush, bronzer, and the highlighter on my face today. This is the Too Faced Peach Glow Peach Infused Highlighting Palette, and it is a face palette, so I really like this one. It's really sad to see it go in my collection, because not even see it go, but seeing that it's almost gone. Again, I don't plan on repurchasing it. You can see that I do use it and I love it, and I really enjoy it. I like the bronzer. I have it on my face today. I have the blush on my face today. I have the highlighter. You can see that I do use this one a lot. I'm pretty sure I'll be hitting pan in this bronzer anytime soon now. Same thing with the highlighter, but like I said, I want to focus on this blush specifically. This is the blush in Soft Peach. It's a very similar color to the one that I just swatched. A little bit peachier. You can see the difference right there. But the whole palette in general is something that I want to focus on. I do love this palette a lot. The clamp is broken, so it no longer closes, and it kind of is making the products not be as creamy as they once were. So again, make it a point to use it in 2021, and I really love this palette, but I don't plan on repurchasing this. Next couple products. The first one is another bronzer. This is the Shady Biz Sunstalker bronzer, and I don't necessarily plan to finish it up. I just plan to use it a lot more. I can see the pan already, like the outline of the pan in this compact. This is the one in Shady Biz, her Sunstalker bronzers. I love this bronzer. It's so nice to just, you can't go wrong with this. Even if you go with a heavy brush, you're not gonna mess it up. So this is a really good bronzer. This is the Sunstalker bronzer from Fenty Beauty. Again, I have the shade Shady Biz. It's a little bit more warm, but like I said, it looks pretty on my skin. I have a light to medium complexion, and I just enjoy this one, and I'm planning on, like I said, eventually, I can tell I have a pan there almost, because I can see the outline of the pan. So not wanting to necessarily finish it up, but just work on it a lot more, and I do enjoy it, so that's something that I will be loving to use. Three more products, and then we're done. I promise. I know. Try not to make this video super long. I know my last one was really long. This is the Natasha Denona Glow, which is a highlighter. This is the All Over Shimmer Face and Body Glow in the shade 01 Light. I love this product so much. I actually hit pan in the 2020, but I want to focus on this more. I really like the finish of this powder. Super pretty, super natural highlight on the skin. I love it. It's actually my favorite from her. I do have a palette from her and Daria, and then obviously the Natasha Tan palette also has a favorite highlighter of mine. This really I wish they would release this in a single. This highlighter right here is my favorite. You can see I love it. This packaging is so blinding. I'm sorry, but you can see I use it a lot. I love this palette for that highlighter specifically, but this highlighter I also love from her, and I obviously have a little tiny pan in there, and I want to focus on this a lot more and finally hopefully try to finish up at least one highlighter this year. So that is a highlighter. And last but not least, I have two lipsticks. I actually don't have these on today. I have the Nude Kate on my lips, as well as the Lip Cheat from Charlotte Tilbury and Iconic Nude. Okay, these are from ColourPop. The first one is a Velvet Blur. The second one, I'm not 100% sure what formulation it is, but I do love it. So the first one is the one from Kathleen Lights and ColourPop and What's Your Sign. I do have a backup of this, so it's not going to hurt me to finish it up. This is how much I have left of it. It's a really pretty color. It's really natural and nude for me. I love it. It's a little pinky nude. I love it. And I'm so happy that I am almost done with this one. I'm hoping to finish it up here, you know, in the mid-year, hopefully by a couple months. And then the last but not least is my favorite red. This is kind of the red that I go to for anything. It is a little bit brighter. This is the one in Solo. It is a Velvet Blur formulation from ColourPop. This is actually my favorite formulation from ColourPop. They're Velvet Blurs. I just don't plan on purchasing any anytime soon. Again, this is the shade Solo from ColourPop. I love this. This is like a really nice nude, or a really nice red for me. It's a little bit brighter than I would like. It's not as blue based, but I do love it and I enjoy it a lot. It's kind of like a strawberry base, I would say. It's really, really pretty. So yes, guys, that concludes my 2021 unofficial project pan. I'm hoping to work through these products and just focus on them and hopefully finish them up in the year 2021. Like I said, some of them I don't plan to 100% finish them. I just want to work on them a lot more, especially like this bronzer from Fenty Beauty that I love. I'm hoping that I just work on it more and, you know, just finally hit pan on a bronzer, because I know it's hard to hit pan on some of these products. So anyways, that concludes all my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys find the time to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.